That's it, real life. Oh, na, na, na. It's a journey.
Welcome to my channel. This is Doyin here. This is a series, a part of my channel, where I'll be bridging the gap between British and Nigerian. This video is aimed to give you some 5 tips when it comes to transitioning into a new culture. Number 1, my first tip would be to don't underestimate the culture shock when it comes to weather. The UK is very cold, so I think it's important to equip yourself with the right gear. Number 1, a hat. Starting from the top, you want to make sure that all the heat is not escaping as quickly, so a nice fairy hat is going to be your best friend. Number 2, a scarf. My favorite is a snood. I'll show you what it looks like. This is my snood, and you can find all types of different snoods, from high end to mid-range. So you've got Next, M&S. For a more mid-range, ASOS, and then for a lower range, you've got Primark. So this can also double up as a hat, which I don't really wear it. I'm not trying to be looking like an Eskimo, but this is the hat version. It's a snood. A scarf is your best friend. Gloves, hat, and scarf everywhere you go. If you want to go for a more fashionable one, always choose black or neutral tones, or fur if you're going for the extra chic. As long as your neck is protected, that is key. Next up, gloves. It's so important. I can't emphasize this. Your hands are going to be freezing cold, so make sure you have some gloves. And ASOS do some incredible gloves. I personally have some vegan leather gloves, which I've had for about a couple of years now. Keep my hands warm, because especially if you're new to the country, you're trying to navigate your way around, and you're going to be using your phone. Let's say you want to use a map, you're going to need gloves to keep those fingers warm. So number 3 would be make sure you get some gloves. Number 4 would be layers. Layers are your best friend. Obviously I'm indoors, so I don't really have that many layers on. Layers is your best friend. I can't emphasize how important it is to layer. Tights underneath trousers or jeans, and then going again with some long socks. In this country, layering is your best friend. So we've got our hat, we've got our scarf or a snood, we've got our gloves. So now we're going to concentrate on the body. Starting off with a vest, a bodysuit, and then you can pair that with either a short sleeve or a long sleeve. Go on top with a normal jumper, cashmere. Then you want to think of outerwear. Now, to be honest, I think cropped is good, but for the winter months, you want a long puffer coat. That is going to keep you and make you feel like you're wrapped around like a duvet. So definitely a long coat is your best friend. My other tip is to make sure you're surrounded by a sense of community. That could be in the forms of finding a church or joining a Facebook group, a WhatsApp group. Try and stay connected. Coming to the UK, it isn't as family oriented as it used to be. We live in quite an individualistic society here, which has its pros and cons. So I think having the network of people in the UK to sustain you and support you on those days when it isn't as sunny or you're not feeling your best, it is really important to do a Google search. Go on Google, you can look for local communities, local events, message people. You never know who will reach out. Send an email, you know, call somebody up. Even if you don't know them, take the plunge. You never know. But I would say the safest place to start is by calling up a church, sending a message, going on Facebook. Another tip I would say is have a playlist of all your favorite, I don't know, Nollywood films that will comfort you in the time of the winter time when you're feeling a bit homesick. So having your comfort food is one, but having your entertainment is also another thing. Also, quick tips on surviving the winter or transitioning from one culture to the next. All right.